Marist University's MakerLab has a Brother Entrepreneur Pro X embroiderer, which has the capacity to embroider 10 colors at once. You can use the screen function with all the library within the machine itself, or the program that we have available in the shop is Hatch Embroidery to make a custom embroiderer for your piece. This video will walk you through the basic function of how to use a flat embroidery hoop, changing the colors and getting the embroiderer threaded, as well as choosing and uploading your design to get started. Turning on the machine, the switch is on the right back side of Lola.
Her name was Lola.
The first screen that you'll see when you press the on switch is this. It looks like a warning. It says the machine will move. Keep your hands away from the machine. Just press OK. And now you're ready to begin. It's asking now if you want to do previous memory, and I'm gonna say cancel because that was a previous person. There's a lot of options on the embroiderer itself. Buttonholes. Many different types of fonts. Font that is more decorative. Fonts that can be used for appliques. Tons of things to choose from on the machine itself. If you have a custom design you want to put on your piece, have it in a JPEG or a PNG and turn it into a .pes file and put it on the MakerLab USB. Plug in the USB and click on this icon, and then the USB artworks will show up. Select the image that you have designed. And once you find the one that you want, press set. You can make changes if you want to, but you can continue to edit and continue to make choices if you want to. Hit embroidery. This will pop up, you'll say okay. And now this is the screen where you're going to assign colors to your digital artwork. When I press the numbers over here, I'm moving the machine. This is not assigning colors, but allowing me to rethread the thread physically on the machine. You need to have the color highlighted, the number of the thread highlighted, so that you can rethread it. If I want to change the colors on the piece itself, I'm gonna click on the icon that looks like a magic wand right down here. When I click on this, in this very small screen, I will be able to see the part of the embroidery that I am assigning the color to. Looking physically at the machine, I can see which colors I want this to be. I'm going to assign this to thread number 10. The next one will be 2. I'll keep that at 3. And you'll go all the way through assigning the colors that you want for each piece. Because this is a community machine, we do not change the colors in the machine itself. So you have to look at what you are assigning it to physically on the machine. Once you're all set going through the whole list of colors, you'll click OK, and now the colors are assigned. The last bit of information that this screen can give you is how many stitches you have in your embroidery, which can give you some indication of how much you have done and how much is left, including the time. And you'll also want to take note of the stitches per minute, having a lower stitch per minute for thin and thick material and higher stitches per minute for more medium thickness material. Once you're all set, starting the embroiderer, you press lock and then they'll flash green and you press the start. Once it starts embroidering and you want to pause, you press the green button again and it will pause. It's already gone 6 stitches. If I wanted to rewind, I would click on this button to the right of the magic wand button and I could go back a few stitches or go all the way back to the beginning. I could also go forward by 10, 100, 1,000 and move around to different parts of the embroidery. This will become in handy when the thread becomes unthreaded or any point that you need to redo something or go over a certain spot. If you want to do a custom design with the embroiderer, you can start with a drawing, with anything digital, but what you're going to want to do is turn that into a JPEG or a PNG. In Illustrator, you can export it, and I'm going to export it as a PNG. I'm going to keep it at medium resolution so that the file is not too big, but then it also gets some detail. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Hatch Embroidery 3. Okay, once you open up Hatch, sometimes it opens in this screen, sometimes it opens in a different screen, but you can either press new or go to Design Space. There's many things you can do in this space, but I'm gonna go right here to where it says artwork and say insert artwork. I have my PNG here. I'm gonna open it. And now I'm going to make sure it's highlighted. I'm gonna go to auto digitize and I'll try the auto digitize instant embroidery. For Hatch, you use the roller on the mouse to zoom in, and that looks good to me. I'm gonna go up to the top along here on the screen and go to hoop, double click on it. We do have a brother, it's a multi-needle machine, and I'm going to click on the size of my hoop, which I've already decided is the 100 by 100 millimeter hoop. I'm gonna say okay, and then I'm gonna zoom out, and then it gives me an idea of, the size. You can also look at the actual width and height of your object right here, and I'll just make it a little bit bigger. As you can see, when I did that, it left behind the image that I had traced, so you just wanna make sure you delete that. Okay. Now I'm all set, so I'm gonna go up to the top. It's a common mistake to save it, which go ahead and save it if you want to. Saving it as a .emb file would be the way to go, so you can open it back up in here and work on it. But when you want to export it for the actual machine, you want to export it as a .pes file. A PES file cannot be opened back up and edited, so that's why you would want to save it as a .emb to edit, or you would just start over with your PNG. So I'm going to save it on the MakerLab USB, which just has PES files to simplify it for the embroiderer. And that's all you have to do to get ready to have a PES on the machine. Select a hoop that fits your project. Remember that the embroidery won't reach the hoop edges, so you oftentimes will have to reposition or choose a bigger hoop to make sure you have more margin. Hoop your fabric with appropriate backing, dissolvable or non-dissolvable depending on the project. Ensure fabric is taut but not overstretched, watching weave direction to avoid distortion. Unlike hand embroidery, where fabric is stretched over the hoop, the machine embroiders inside the hoop. For a garment, insert your backing inside. Take the outside of the hoop and slide underneath the backing inside the clothing. Push the frame into the hoop from the outside. Turn the garment inside out and tighten the hoop using a screwdriver. Secure the fabric firmly in the hoop and check that the garment positioning is correct, with no sleeves or hoods inside of the hoop. Choose the color that you want to work with. So you're going to cut the thread where you want to place the next color. I chose spool 2, and I'm going to take note of that. I take the thread that I'm replacing, take the thread, cross, and pinch the cross. I'm going to pivot my wrist, and I'm going to grab that thread, and I'm going to make another cross, pinch that again, pivot one more time through that hoop, grab the thread, and test that the knot will stay. And then you want to make sure that it is tight and won't come undone. Next step, you're going to open the metal shutter so the thread can move freely as you pull it through. Grabbing the thread at the bottom of the machine, I'm going to begin to pull, making sure that I'm watching the knot moving through each point. Every thread point matters for your embroidery, so as you pull the thread through, you want to make sure that it goes through each hole. So hole 1, hole 2, hole 3, hole 4. This tension plate, making sure that it goes underneath. The thread will now go around this tension knob, following the arrows as it goes around this peg underneath the second tension plate, and making sure the thread's underneath. From right to left through the take-up lever, all the way to the bottom, where I will then rethread it. Now you're going to press the rethreading button. The arms will pop out. You're going to move the thread from right to left around these 3 arms. Pulling up around the cutter, repressing the button, And when I press it, you'll see that the arms will go in, threading the needle. Once your material is on the hoop, now you're going to get it onto the machine. When you approach the arms, you have to notice if you need to either move the left arm to the left to expand it or to the right to shrink it in. From the previous person before me, my hoop is smaller, so I'm gonna loosen this knob on the left behind the machine, and I'm going to position the right part of my hoop with the right arm of the machine. That stays fixed, and now I'm going to slide the left arm over towards the arm of the hoop. I'm noticing that my left hoop arm is going to be pressed up against the embroiderer arm, and I'm sliding it underneath this metal piece, as well as guiding the other side to do the same thing. And then it's going to clip in, making sure that it gets clipped into these two metal pieces. You want to have it butted up against as much as possible. And then you're going to start to tighten this knob, making sure that you tighten it all the way, monkey tight, but not gorilla tight. Don't wrench it down all the way. You want to tighten it enough that the hoop sensor is triggered and that it reads the size of the hoop that you put in the machine. So now I'm going to just double check by looking inside the material that I don't have anything between the bobbin arm and my hoop and the interfacing, and I'm all set and ready to start embroidering. It might be helpful to kind of make a little tie with the arms underneath so that there's less things that could get caught, and that you kind of have eyes on everything that your garment has going on. When your embroidery is done, you'll get a message on the screen that says that it's finished. And so then I'm going to put my thumbs here, my fingers here, pushing up with my fingers and pulling toward me to slide this out. Next thing that you can do is you're going to loosen the hoop on the inside. And then you can pop out the outer rim, take out the frame, and then your embroidery is done.